Hi. If you're a business owner in Maryland, you may have gotten the same email that I received in late June of this year, 2025, from, of all places, Zoom Communications based in California. So yes, I get a lot of emails from Zoom because typically I get an invoice from Zoom because I use Zoom's services. But this email was a little different. This email was actually a warning by Zoom to all of its Maryland customers, stating that Zoom was going to have to start collecting sales tax from all of its Maryland customers. My name is Katherine Taylor. I'm the lawyer for business owners, and I'm going to explain to you why that is. Now, I did a previous video on sales taxes and how remote sellers could be subject to having to collect and remit sales taxes from their customers. So this is kind of a follow-on, but it kind of turns the issue around. In this situation, I'm a Maryland-based customer, and now my business is getting taxed by essentially by we're getting taxed by the state of Maryland, but a company in California is having to collect that tax and remit it back to Maryland. That is because in Maryland, as of July 1, 2025, there is a new tech tax, TECH tax, that went into effect that requires providers of certain streaming services, cloud computing services, and other types of IT related services to collect tax from its Maryland customers and then remit that tax to the state. That was called a B2B or a business to business tax because it's not meant to apply to individual users. So, if you're just a person who just happens to have a Zoom account, it most likely won't apply to you. It applies to enterprise users, people who have teams within their Zoom accounts and such. So take a look at that. If you're a Maryland business, you're probably going to see that on your invoice. But more importantly is the fact that we are seeing a huge number of states increasing the ways that states can collect revenue from all sorts of sources. This is going to be affecting businesses, small businesses, and individuals. And frankly, even if you're an individual not subject to that specific tax, what's going to happen probably, and this is what Zoom was warning, and what a lot of other businesses that are now having to collect tax are warning, is that this is really just a tax on the end consumer, because at the end of the day, what are businesses going to do? They're going to raise their own rates so they can pay the taxes. So again, my name is Katherine Taylor. I'm the lawyer for business owners, and I'm going to be doing a series of videos on sales taxes, the way sales tax has changed over the years, both in Maryland and throughout the nation. So stay tuned, like and subscribe, and hopefully you'll hear from me soon.